The phrase is nothing for us or about us without us, and I think that's a rule to follow. Like, how can you do it well if the community you're making it for isn't basically teaching you how to do it well? I'm Mike. I'm the audio description producer for SBS. Audio description provides it's a service for the blind and low vision community. It describes the action that occurs between dialogue, so whether that be text on screen, actual physical action, and stuff that helps fill in the rest of the story.
She checks the bags, then gives one to George.
I owe you one.
Well, it's about equal access, so it's providing that film and making that content or show accessible to a wider range of audience. Captions are kind of ubiquitous now, and so it's providing that level of access for blind and low vision audience members. When we're writing, we want to do detailed descriptions, but we also want the audience to be able to immerse themselves in the narrative, and that means sort of striking a balance between too much over-describing, filling every gap. You want room for things to breathe. Some stuff that you describe is physical action. Other stuff you might be trying to describe what's in their face, but other things you can just hear. You don't need to say they're scowling. You can just hear derision or whatever it is in that character's voice.
I have been 6 months single, not one decent hit. Maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead, huh?
Cara smiles as she stares at Ginger.
Especially with sex scenes or describing sensuality. In the past, there's been a lot of censorship or euphemism or plain no description. It may just be like, they have sex. And then there's 4 minutes of sound effects where you're thinking, well, exactly what does that entail? You know, if you're an adult and you've chosen to watch that content like you or I, equal access is to describe what is occurring.
Annabelle runs her hands through his hair. Florian does the same to Annabelle, pulling her head back.
Sorry. And so what we're trying to do is take a bespoke approach, and specifically for the series Erotic Stories, where we try to match the style and tone of the program, but we don't shy away from those sex scenes. We describe what's happening on screen, and we get our narrators to get in there and deliver something that's as intimate and sensual, hopefully, in the voicing of it, as the material that's on screen, so that our audience has the same experience of it as the rest of the audience.
20-something Cal fidgets anxiously with a necklace, then grins as a car arrives.
Someone order a snack for Christmas?
Some of the no-nos for audio description are don't be Captain Obvious. So you don't say the doorbell rings if you've literally just heard ding dong. There's no purpose to that. It's sometimes easier to do the what you should do's than the no-nos, which is when you change scenes, you know, then say the new location and name the characters up front. Sometimes you think, oh, this would be a much more beautiful sentence. But if you've got a paragraph after a scene change where you name people at the end, then there may have been quite a bit of time where an audience member's going, is this, you know, some of these guys' voices sound similar. Who's speaking now? It's kind of like story writing. Who, where, what, in that order.